Right, Christophe, so you obviously faced a lot of pressures in your career. You were the youngest captain in the SPL at one point, obviously coming into an early age, it's a lot of responsibility. With an event like this, obviously where it's speaking a lot about personal development, enriching yourself, would that help a lot, that sort of pressure?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously when I was coming through as a youth player at Hearts, I was roughly 20 years ago, so we never had these options and these services for young players. You know, at that day and age was, you just got on with it. You just that was just life, and I look back and it did help me. It made me probably stronger character, thicker skinned, to say. But I think in this day and age, it's vital that you just the way the world's going, you support everyone in life, but especially young ones coming through who are trying to make their trade in football, especially.
Okay, so sort of for yourself and what you see, obviously young players coming through now, what are the biggest issues you think they'll face, and how would you like to see them supported?
I think the pressure of trying to become a first team player, to trying to make a career out of football, the pressure of trying to, impress your parents, impress your friends, but ultimately in this day and age, I think social media is a massive pressure. I think a lot of players these days have social media that's not private, so it's okay when you're younger and you're just making your way through it, but if you start to step into first team football and you may not have a good game, the bad comments, that can affect people's mental health, and so it's how you control that. Me personally, I don't have any kind of social media, as in I do have social media, but it's private, so I can control who follows me, who comments on my posts, so that not that I post much, but I think as I said, this day and age, a lot of young kids are just they've got their social media and it's open to everyone.
So you think, obviously for yourself growing up and coming into the Hearts team, it probably did help you in a way that there's no social media kind of then, or less social media then, it means you didn't have to face that?
Yeah, I think the only times you'd maybe look at comments from supporters, which you all do when you're younger, you can't help yourself, it might be in the paper, or you go on the internet and maybe search a fans forum, which is any advice, don't do that, because you may have played a great game, but in someone's eyes, you maybe not played that well, and I've always said, you may have 100 comments, 100 great comments, and there's one bad one, but it's that one bad one that sticks with you, and and people can find that hard. I think I dealt with it well over my career, but not everyone has the ability to do that.
Makes sense. So just finally, just for yourself, obviously you've done some educational stuff with PFA Scotland in the past. How important do you find it, especially to these young players here today, would you say to them about undertaking vocations or educational courses alongside their playing career?
I think it's massive. I've done education probably towards the tail end of my career. If you look back, and it's easy in hindsight, and I'm sure a lot of people in my position have said this before, I wish I'd done it younger, but any advice to young kids coming through, 16, 17, 18 year old, even if you do make a first team player and you're having a good career in your early 20s, go and do courses. You've got a lot of spare time in your hands. Educate yourself, be it within football courses, or it could be foreign languages, it could be business courses. I think anything you can add to your talent, your obviously you've got a talent as a footballer, but also outside that, when you do step out of football, yes, there may be a few who might make a lot of money and have a career that they're quite comfortable in, but I find a lot that you've been in a career for 10, 15, 20 years, you've got a structure to your life. When you do leave, I think ex-players, they do need something to fall onto, to keep that routine in their life, and I think doing courses and adding that to your CV, I think it's massive, and it's only beneficial. And if you do little drips and drabs throughout your career, when it comes to the end, you've got that there, instead of coming to the end of your career and you're like, I've got nothing, I need to start from the bottom and work my way up, and that can take years. So I think if they have the options and the availability to do that, which you do, because it's all online now, you can do home learning, and so I think it's vital.